This exercise is known as hanging. Many may know it by another name, maybe simply just touching your toes. And what I want to do today is kind of offer you up a paradigm shift. A lot of times when people go down to touch their toes, they think it's a matter of flexibility in their hamstrings or their back. What I want to illustrate to you today is that it's less about flexibility, more about posture alignment and how your muscles move your bones around other bones. Okay? So to begin, I want you standing with your feet straight, about 6 inches apart, and then I want you, as you bend down and touch your toes, I want your thighs tight, and I want you to try to keep your back flat for as long as you can, like looking up like I am towards you, until the very last second where you have to drop your back and then go down to touching. If you get the ground, great. If not, your toes. If not, your shins. If not there, use a chair or a pillow or something. Go as low as you can, okay? Now, what I want you to notice, I'm going to turn to the side here. As I'm doing this, legs are completely straight, no bend in them, and you're not swaying back. So a lot of times when people go down, they'll do this. I want the weight more towards your toes, like so. So if you're going to fall forward or back, I'd rather you fall a little bit forward than kind of fall back, okay? And I want you to get those thighs really tight, bend over, and then just kind of sync this up with your breathing. So if you're up here, try to, each time you exhale, lower your upper body towards your lower body. So each time you exhale, lower and lower towards the ground. You should start to feel some work right here where the top front of the thighs meet the hips. Those are your hip flexors, okay? Those muscles go from your thigh bone through your pelvis to your lower back. Essentially, you're using them in this exercise to fold your body in half. So to kind of give you a rudimentary x-ray here, if here's your thigh bone and here's your pelvic bone, as you go over, you're rotating the pelvic bone over the head of the femur, like so, basically folding your body in half. So this doesn't really have so much to do with the flexibility of my hamstrings and my back. I always tell people if I did this off flexibility, it'd pretty much be about there. That's about the flexibility of my hamstrings and my back. But the second I actually engage my hip flexors and I start to rotate like so, now I can go all the way down to the floor, okay? So I want you to hold that for as long as it calls for on your routine and then move on to your next exercise and just keep working at it little by little. If you find yourself maybe cheating, put your butt up against a wall. That's kind of how I started. And like I said, don't feel bad if you can't get down to the ground. I originally was about 14, 16, maybe even 18 inches off the ground, and then eventually got it down to there. All right? So good luck, and enjoy the rest of your exercises.